We've got a new segment this year. It's called Set of Six. Now, Will, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask you 6 questions. You have a predetermined amount of time to answer. It's hard to shut you up at the best of times. And so I have got the Willie Shut Up machine. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the first question.
Give it to me.
You've got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Question number 1. You are a Bulldogs legend, played in the middle in some of the toughest sides. The Bulldogs have made some excellent signings this year. Is Aaron Woods' haircut the worst the NRL has ever seen?
It's up there, Woodsy. You know I love you, brother. But, mate, I seen him about a month ago when I was getting my life membership at the Dogs.
No, the life membership.
Yeah, and he cut his hair, and I was just like, "What are you doing with that, Woodsy? Are you going to leave?" And he trimmed his beard as well. So I had the big beard and the long hair. I like that look. You can't have the short hair, little bob cut. And,
there's some Devon.
And I think he's going a little bit, little cat's hair going here up the top. So I think he's done something about it this week. He's donning the number 8 there. So the big ogre used to wear that. Just shave that head. Got it.
All right. Second question. After round 1, who wins the comp and why?
I think Melbourne's going to be close. They just looked really, really just well balanced again. Nelson Asafa-Solomona, the big boy there, he's really, really grown into his skin this year. And you can see it in the World Cup. He was coming off the bench and he was actually absolutely destroying teams. He's starting. It's a little bit harder, but it was like a fish to water. He started against the Bulldogs pack, destroyed him. He's going to be hard to beat. Getting Billy back, Munster just looked really classy. I think they just got that nucleus there. Obviously, Brodie Croft will grow into his own. They're going to be hard to beat.
Just in time. Now, there's been a lot of talk again about the stadiums. Has any of the new evidence that's come out changed your mind about whether or not these stadiums should be built?
I think I'm definitely going with the SFS. I think it needs a whole new revamp. After looking at Perth and what they're doing over there, it shits on the SFS. And it's Sydney. It's pretty much the capital of Australia. Everybody comes here to, it's the number 1 tourist destination. You want to see the best sporting facilities, and you're in the eastern suburbs, and the SFS needs a big revamp. I'm not sure about Homebush, but I know they're going to go forward with it. But I'm definitely thinking that we do need to ridiculous stadiums just to put us back on the map.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it at the moment. I know that people are going to be whinging. You can't please everyone, but I think we need something, especially going off what Perth showed. Man, they had these lights and all this kind of bullshit going. So got to step our game up.
Righto, you got it within too. That's good. Now the Rebels have started off in the Super 15. They've won 3 games this year, which is 2 more than they won last year. They're on top of the entire competition.
No way.
Will it take the Melbourne Rebels winning the comp for Australian rugby to wake up?
Well, it would have to be. I mean, like Melbourne, they nearly got shafted. If Perth didn't get shafted last year, I think Melbourne was the team that everyone was thinking was going to go, because it was hard to compete with Melbourne Storm down there because they're so successful, and obviously AFL. You're never ever going to beat that sport down there. So, Melbourne Rebels, good on you for winning 3 games, and hopefully they can keep it up, but I doubt they're going to win. Obviously the Waratahs got a good side, the Brumbies, they're all going to sort of catch up. They had a pretty good run, Melbourne, but I don't think they're going to win it. But it's good to see them win.
Next question. Peter Beattie, will he ever be able to set foot in Shark Park again? And is it going to be hard for him to come back from what is a fairly embarrassing start to his tenure as the chief?
It's pretty bad. I mean, I read it on Twitter and I couldn't believe it. First of all, I didn't really know that he was involved with the NRL, to be honest, and not knowing that Cronulla were the Sharks. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Cronulla's been a cellar dweller for the last couple of years. They've won the comp 2 years ago. Paul Gallen's played New South Wales. They've got all these superstars over there, and it's just common knowledge, like Collingwood Magpies, you know all about that. Essendon Bombers, Cronulla Sharks, Sydney Roosters, South Sydney Rabbitohs. It's just one of them clubs that have been around for so long, you shouldn't not know their name.
He's auditioning for the job here. He knows all the players and the teams. Last question for our boxing fans. You know Joseph Parker quite well. He fights against Anthony Joshua. Jeff Horn fights against Terence Crawford in 2 really big world title fights. Can the Anzacs take the Americans out?
Yeah, I think I think Joseph Parker has the biggest chance out of both of them. I mean, like, he's a WBO world champ. You got Anthony Joshua, big Englishman. He's got the 3 belts over there. So, you know, he's 6'6". He's built like granite, and he can fight. But I think Joseph Parker, he's had more fights. He's got a head it's like granite. You know, you can't knock him down. He's never been knocked down in his amateur career or his pro career. It's going to be a massive, massive effort. He's going to have to knock Joshua out. So I'm barracking for him. And Horn, on the other hand, Crawford is an absolute gun. I think they've set him up. I mean, he's got the WBO as well, Horn. So Crawford's got all them other belts. He can rarely get hit. So if Horn gets that, especially over in Vegas, you know, he's going to have to knock them. They're both going to have to knock them other guys out because they're not just going to give him the belt. So it's going to be a massive effort.
And I am genuinely going to start carrying this around everywhere we go and just start doing that.
Yeah, sweet.